It was spring, and I was alone at home on a certain night. I held my cell phone having a video call with one of my friends while pacing back and forth in my room. I passed by my window several times, looking outside on a few occasions. At one point, as I passed by the window, I saw a person on the street. The man was standing there facing towards my house, right in front of my window. I watched attentively and realized that he was definitely looking at my window. I told my friend everything on the video call and then pointed the camera of my cell phone outside the window, trying to show her the man. My friend said she couldn't see anything as it was dark and suggested that I call my parents. I ended the call and continued observing the man for a few more seconds. Then I sat on the bed and called my mother, who answered with a tired voice. After all, it was midnight, and I certainly had woken her up. In short, she told me to simply close the curtains and turn off the lights, as that would be enough to make the man go away. So that's exactly what I did. But after a few minutes, curiosity was killing me, and I had to get up to peek outside. I had to know if the man had left. Now, the man was even closer to the sidewalk, staring directly at my window. That was my limit. I grabbed my cell phone and called the police. The officer asked me if the man was holding any weapon, to which I replied that I couldn't see any. The officer instructed me to simply ignore him and said that if the man didn't leave within 10 minutes or if he entered my property, I should call the police again. He also informed me that a patrol car would pass by my house to scare the man. I hung up the cell phone and lay down on the bed, calling my friend again. We talked for another 5 minutes, and she told me to check the window again. Agreeing, I did just that. This time, the man was gone. I stayed there close to the window, and then I raised the curtains and waited for the police car to pass by. It took about 10 minutes. While waiting, I continued talking to my friend on the video call until I saw a police car quickly pass by the street. The car stopped for a few seconds in front of my house, and the officer grabbed a flashlight to observe the surroundings. Soon after, the car drove away, and the street became quiet again. That convinced me that the man had left. After ending the video call, I turned off the cell phone and lay down on the bed. After about 20 minutes, I heard a creaking sound coming from outside. I got up from the bed and looked out the window, but no one was there. I lay down again, but a few minutes passed, and I heard another creak, this time louder. I turned my head and looked at the window. I was in complete shock when I saw a figure there. My room was on the second floor, so suddenly, those sounds made sense in my head. He had climbed the side of my house, causing those creaks. I jumped out of bed and ran to another window on the other side. I shouted for help several times, hoping that my neighbors would hear my calls. Quickly, I called the police again and asked them to send another patrol car immediately. The man at the window was trying to squeeze into my room, attempting to pass through the small opening in the window. However, as soon as he heard one of my neighbors outside shouting something, he apparently gave up. I looked at the window again, and he was gone. According to my elderly neighbor, who came to help me, the man jumped from my window and ran to the end of the street. The police arrived, and this time I spoke to them and told them everything that had happened. They assured me that they would patrol my house throughout the night and then return to their cars. I couldn't sleep at all that night, but I hope that man got scared once and for all, and I hope to never encounter him again.